Hello, my name's Tamara, and I'm a conduit for Elion, the voice of light. And this beautiful being of light is my sister.
Hi, I'm Teresa, and I'm a bridge for consciousness. Let us awaken together. So we haven't been together in quite a while. That we don't even live in the same state, but I'm on vacation in the middle of this pandemic, and we couldn't pass up the opportunity to shoot some videos together. But we're out in the great outdoors and socially distancing and wearing our beautiful masks that Tamara made us. But what we talked about doing is some question and answers with Elion so that we could get the scoop from the voice of light. So do you want to go under and we can start?
Oh, okay. We see you. We see your light. We want your questions. This is a moment of a gracious hello. So Teresa, what questions do you have for us today?
No, thank you for being here, but because it's a pandemic, I have pandemic questions. It's such a time of shift and change, and I'm wondering, how is this pandemic going to change us?
This is a great question. Virtually all of you are being changed by the pandemic, either in a positive way or a negative way. All of you are here in this moment, realizing how fragile you are, how this body can succumb to any kind of viral or bacterial invasion. You are all in this together. The whole world is being in the middle of this pandemic. So you realize you are not alone, that you all are one, and this races through humanity quite quickly. Some of you are using this as your brightest moment to help, to achieve, to give. Some of you are pulling back in fear and are bringing forth a dark moment. You feel put upon, you've lost your jobs, you're hungry, you're worried about your children, your future. This is happening all around the world. To take the time to see that you are fragile, you have a short lifespan, and there's not a thing you can do about this, except be more. Be your divine. Be your light of consciousness, the wave of all intelligence course through you. The universal mind has its own way of showing you. Do not think of tomorrow. Today is what's important. This moment, this breath. What are you giving to those around you? Love, compassion, understanding, support? Are you trying to help those around you that could succumb to this, and this will be their final moment, their departure date? All of you need to take into this all-encompassing moment and see that the change that is now is the shift of tomorrow. It is here, and clearly all of you have a moment to take a breath and try to help. And it does not all come from those that are wealthy. Some of the poorest among you are being the most charitable, the most kind. They're the most gracious in what they have. So belongings make no difference. Your wealth makes no difference. Only your attitude, your light, and your willingness to be there. This body is only a moment. You are eternal. How will you use this to be, to become, and to be aware? The pandemic will not take over your very being. Be there for all, and let this be your shining moment for all that are in your life and that are far beyond your reach. This is your moment. What other question do you have for us?
Also, with the pandemic, we seem like divided on an accelerated course of anger and fighting amongst ourselves. And what can we do to bridge these divides, to come together, to be the one that we are?
The divide is not real, but in your fear state, it becomes quite traumatic. You all are letting yourself be shoved in this direction of confrontation. You are not hearing each other. In the United States, you have a Democrat and a Republican, and they are coming in great waves of anger at each other instead of coming to the table and finding the compromise that would help those that live here. You are too busy being swept up into this divide that is being quite orchestrated at this time. All of you need to see that you all want the same thing. You want a home, your family cared for. You want your health taken care of, food, clothing. These are normal human conditions. Yet, many of you have lost your jobs at this moment, and you're trying to decide what to do next. This is a huge fear-based reality. Those that could help are more interested in a higher purpose in their life, not in the whole. Think about your whole community as a we, not an I, not a them, but a we. And when you think we need to work together, we need to pull together, we need to give respect to those that are coming to the table. How can we find compromise in the middle? Because when you bring compromise, all of you will do so much more for each other, for your well-being, for those around you. It's we. How can we make this better? How can we come together and help each other? You are not wrong. I am not wrong. This is how you should talk to each other. We can come to a compromise. We need to set a better standard of living for everyone involved, not just the few. Those that are in great and grave danger of losing their homes, their well-being, their health. Something needs to come together from everyone. It matters not what political party you choose, what religion you come from, what social standing you have. None of this makes any difference. Your racial identity should not make a difference. You should all be together as we. How can we stand up? How can we pull together? How can we make our voices heard to those that have deaf ears? This is how you are challenged at this moment. It is not I, but the one, the community of conscious awareness, that we deserve a better living. We deserve the right to better health. We deserve to be there for each other and not just that is a selfish derived intensity. There is much to come, but compromise is what will pull you all together and not be led by those that have a different agenda for themselves and those that they are only caring for a financial gain during these great striving moments. It is humanity that needs to be the gain, not one's bank account. Have we answered your questions?
You have. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let us all be socially aware. Let us all take care of each other in knowing that compromise is our best solution. Let us be there and care by Mass, by love, by the gratitude that we are lucky to be alive at this moment to find our greater enlightening potential. Let us see that there is so much more in nature, in this world, than I. It is we. It is we that make a difference. We as family, we as friends, we as community, we as a country. Let us all enjoy the light of being, and always, always remember, be of heart.